In 1973, the British Interplanetary Society (now), the oldest space advocacy organization in the world, launched a 5-year study to design an unmanned spacecraft that was capable of interstellar flight. Project Daedalus was the first to tackle the question of the possibility of interstellar travel. The goal of the project was to discover the feasibility of getting a person to travel to a variety of different target stars using technology of the near future, and getting them there within their lifespan. Thermonuclear propulsion. The difficulties of reaching speeds fast enough, generating enough power, and not burning the spacecraft to a crisp were not easily overcome. The Project Daedalus team ended up choosing a nuclear pulse rocket that could overcome these limitations. Small thermonuclear bombs would be detonated inside cusp-shaped magnetic fields behind the spacecraft, propelling it forward at the highest possible efficiency. A velocity of more than 10,000 kilometers per second would have to be achieved to complete the mission requirements. But that was only a small part of the challenge. Who would steer it? A sophisticated autopilot system would have to take the reins, carrying passengers across the galaxies. The fuel to power the reactors would have to come from a helium-3 isotope, mined from the atmosphere of Jupiter or the Moon by a large hot air balloon, yet another complication to add to an ever-growing list. In the end, the final report published in 1978 declared that interstellar flight was indeed feasible, but a working prototype has yet to be designed. But to call Project Daedalus a pipe dream would be doing it a disservice. There are numerous indications that space agencies and universities of today have been considering the Project Daedalus ideas, such as using nuclear power as propulsion. The now over 30-year-old project has laid much of the groundwork of interstellar travel and was the first of its kind. Members of the British Interplanetary Society teamed up with the Terrestrial Foundation in 2009 to design a credible interstellar space probe, using the same nuclear fusion-based propulsion system as the one designed for the Daedalus project. The project's goals are to complete a set of technical reports that lay out all the details of an interstellar probe, while motivating the next generation of scientists who will be completing the designs of this spacecraft. The engineering project is currently looking for volunteers to bring it to completion. The Planetary Society launched a project called LightSail to examine the possibility of a spacecraft that was purely solar-powered and propelled by sunlight alone. The first iteration, LightSail 1, completed a shakedown cruise in orbit and transmitted its first signals back to Earth. Its successor, LightSail 2, is set to launch aboard a SpaceX Heavy Falcon rocket in 2018. The concept of a solar sail used for propulsion in space is not a new one. Alongside the discovery of the photon, astronomers such as Johannes Kepler in the 1600 seconds were already hypothesizing about the possibility of harvesting the energy of the sun and transferring that momentum to another object as the source of propulsion. Stephen Hawking had voiced his own desire to launch a light sail called Breakthrough Starshot at a recent event in Norway. Hawking described the small space probe that could travel on a beam of light, reaching roughly 160 million kh, 100 million mph. The project has yet to overcome significant hurdles and many rounds of funding. In 1960, an American physicist concept